Hi Earth people, I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, July 20, 2025. And what you seeing? What's happening? Of course, as I repeatedly talking to you as people, what's happening around you is about big war. About big war, and this big war, last one, in they who ruled the world, Jewish Zionist elite, final aim, by big war achieve their final goal, final aim, new world, the new world. And they not will reverse their decision. They, by using their full power, opportunity, all these schemes were rulers. Means that and the system which fully covered you as long they will launch big war. Again, they not will change their decision, not will reverse, not will stop, not will even delay, because as they finally understand, delay this against them. Because you Earth people woke and understand in which world you are living, and this world bad, no good. And this because world rulers, Jewish Zionist elite, Rothschild and Co., who fully controlled Western countries' political establishment, and not only political establishment, including United States, Britain, EU, and others. And entered of you by schemes. They fully covered you. And this is about the faith to Satan. They believe they're chosen by Satan, most powerful power in universe, in their faith, these, chosen for rule world. They're nearly 1 century ruling you. Nearly 1 century they're ruling you. Secretly, as secret org. But final aim, publicly ruling. And this means the new world. 3.5 billion population, today 8.5 nearly billion. 5 billion of you they planning exterminate because planet Earth very overpopulated. They believe, their faith, their ideology. And this again their final aim. Finally build the new world. Fully new one. They call it that noosphere, world of choose by the IQ. as they think. And this their IQ, as they think, their IQ highest, and this is because they're choosing, okay? This faith, people. There's no joke. They faith. Fundamental thing. And they world rulers have opportunity. Launch big war, exterminate 5 billion of you, create new world, all that. Have power, opportunity for that. And they decided to do that. What we real world community, truly, really, Earth people means us, if by country, nearly 180 countries of nearly 200 countries of the world. United Nations member 193 plus 1, 194 means. Okay? Or nearly more than 170 exactly. This is we. And population same. Because this included, more than 170 countries, including most populated countries too, China, India, and other countries. Excluding United States, but it's not about United States people, of course, about Jewish Zionist elite who controlled America and the political establishment which fully belong, I think, to Rothschild and Co. So, they're rushing. They decided to launch big war and they're rushing because, again, I already said why. Tomorrow maybe we're too late for launch big war and create a new world. They're rushing. And what we're not yet, and this is your very big problem as people. You may be thinking this not. Your leaders means. I believe in that absolute majority of you as people believe in what they actually live stream for watching, seeing. And additionally, me, I exist from universe unity. And they, for that reason, take control on me. The conspiracy. I repeatedly talking about that. This fact check, all fact check, confirmed, verified fact check. Full control each second. Their brigade, their countries, their top secret high-tech devices, programs, banned weapons for controlling me. Full, they build it for me, internet. True. They build it for me, internet. This internet is my. Means create for them. They multi-billion dollar. They are, I think even can more than $10 billion. Build for control me. What using you internet and what using I internet is different. Internet, no same, absolutely not. But the obligation before world, this not we, this democracy, there are no system, terror and torture, no conspiracy between states, no. These people, Chinghiz exists, this forum, full transparent, from outside anybody can influence their feelings into Chinghiz. a telepathic form. And Chinghiz also telepathic form, listen, feeling anybody. And happening against him, these people around him, this. Mostly bad. How are they morons, huh, people? All fact check this, they're using banned weapons, again, teleportation actually happening because banned weapon, electron weapon, combination with sonic weapon, both banned by international laws, conventions. And they stay there thousands for push me, and no less than 100 in each second in 10 brigades, fully equipped by high-tech devices, programs and weapons, which top secret, no public one, no public version, secret version. The state conspired as you witnessing each step of my mind under the intervention, but until radar, and this my power, this my existence, from universe unity. They can't block radar. And I therefore able continue do my mission, continue doing my mission for you. And what this means, my mission for you. First, rescue you. Fantasy. Insinuation. Propaganda. Absolutely not. We're facing two deadly challenges, Earth people. First, climate crisis. Climate go change and will change very seriously. And you as human being, biological form, not will able adapt to new climate. And you will extinct. Together with more than 90% of wild species, which also will extinct. Okay? Second, world rulers, they fed to Satan. They ruled you nearly 1 century, and they Jewish Zionist elite. And their decision go big war for create the new world by exterminating 5 billion of you. What this means, 5 billion of you? Nations will exterminate it, together with religion, culture, identity, ethnicity, language, will exterminate it by viruses. Will same time dozen viruses. Each one several times powerful, speed and deadly than COVID-19. And COVID-19 was their job. Putin and Rothschild and cooperation job. Putin launched this virus, COVID-19. You are armless. You will die. You will die. Biological form, human being. Your immune system not will enough for survive yourself. They are not with vaccine for 5 billion. For 3.5 billion will. They, in the new world, needed slavery. Slavery will, absolute monarchy system. This truth, look at the faiths as the ideology protocols of elders of Zion, the ideological book, and how they acting, history of that. Both Two World War, their job. Great Depression, their job. Okay? Nakba, their job. Assassination of United States President and his brother, their job. Avoiding Israel nuke program from inspection, and even today, the continuation of that today, denying of that, and do possible all of that is their job. They have nuke, but they're not in country list who have nuke. And they're not signed NPT. They are not International Atomic Energy Agency inspection. They are not even any resolution in the United Nations. Why? Because Rothschild and Co. World rulers. And today, before your eyes, when they committing live stream genocide, they denying that, and Western countries, political establishment, doing same, denying that, denying undeniable. Live streaming genocide means live streaming genocide. Happening live streaming is full transparency. But they denying that. Why? Because Rothschild and Co. Doing, denying. When denying, we continue doing more. And I'm talking about genocide. It's attack. And all Western countries, political establishment complying by this decision. Means fully completed, continue supply weapon to Netanyahu government of human animals for continue commit this genocide. Weapon, money, and cover up. Even attacking international courts, Rome Statute, international laws, conventions, destroying, sanctioning international courts, chief prosecutor and judges, treating even more, attacking United Nations directly and United Nations branches as UNRWA, and more. Francesca Albanese rapporteur, special rapporteur, they also sanction it. Why? Why this happening? How this can happen? Because Rothschild and Co. And avoiding, they're doing that. They're destroying international law, they're creating chaos, this is required before big war, and they already go ethnic cleansing of Gazans, Palestinians from their land by genocide. Same time attack it Iran, unprovoked act of aggression, and prepare do much more full scale, even I can say, planning full scale military action against Iran. For that, for launch big war, they are cooperating with Putin, who in 2022 launched full-scale military intervention against Ukraine by genocidal action. And continuation of that by Putin. Zero impact. Why? Rothschild. unquote. Helping Putin avoid sanctions. Sanctions should be because good faith and human beings. Look at Trump, human being, Ursula von der Leyen, Queen Charles, Ostermer, human being. Look at their face. Netanyahu, Putin, don't forget Putin, Ilham Aliyev, don't forget. Human beings, huh? Absolutely not. Human animals. Confirmed, verified finally by their action. They themselves did that. But sanctions for that reason. International law, norm, look how they argue when they decided to launch sanctions. Putin violated international law, norm, act of aggression, their genocide, Bucha, children. Sanctions, we will do more. Germany was resistant, Merkel, Schroeder, no, please, no so much. He have good eyes, good position, maybe he will stop. But no way. Putin using that, even do more against Ukrainians. And Germany also, late but not too late said, and joined it to the sanctions. But at the same time, Rothschild give key to Putin for avoid sanctions. Such sanctions as they launched against Russia, if they will launch against other country, any, including China, for example, you can see very serious impact. How Russia much more weak economically too than China. But Russia absolutely not impacted by these sanctions. Who will say opposite? They lie. They will lie. Yalta too exists. They're playing very big, people. They know to stop it. Yalta too means start position of big war, for start big war. The agreement between Rothschild and Putin, actually, but in forum, United States and Russia, Israel there can be other countries. But between United States and Russia, Yalta 2.0. And Israel there, I believe in that. And Britain part of Rothschild and Co. British monarchy system, monarch and political establishment, entirety, almost. Part of Rothschild and Co. No, political establishment not directly, through monarchy. Was Queen Elizabeth, now Queen Charles, princesses, and cocaine Kate. This Russia can do what they want, decided to do in Europe, but Eastern Europe mostly. And there are no guarantee if Putin will go further. They broke this Eastern Europe border in Soviet Union in time, Warsaw Pact border. No guarantee. And all territory of Soviet Union and Warsaw Pact, the Russian Empire. Yalta II, for that reason. All the territory, including Iran, region, and not only this region, the United States part. China isolated from this. By Yalta 2.0, China isolated. But in this period of time, when big war not yet, but they are rushing, Putin playing, this is not Putin's sole decision. And again, you have a part of Putin, how they playing, example. Putin acting solely by Rothschild together. And hidden. There are no Yalta II Putin ally of Iran, helping Iran. Azerbaijan was chosen as country on attack on Iran case. From Azerbaijan to drones. Maybe not ground operation, maybe, but by drones exactly. One of the war structure will created in Azerbaijan. This part of agreement between Rothschild and Co. means United States and Russia, part of Yalta 2.0. But Azerbaijan, as Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine, Moldova, of course, Baltic State, Central Asian republics, and more Warsaw Pact, is part of Russian Empire. This including Yalta 2.0. Means temporarily, by using Russian territory, call it Azerbaijan, by the agreement. Will attack Iran. But geopolitical, Azerbaijan, sovereign country in words, actually, of course, no. As near as Belarus and the Russian control. They are top secret agreements. But Azerbaijan, Putin angry on Ilham Aliyev, why you, without me, Iran, our ally, my ally, you can't do that. And they created this game, attack one another, accuse one another as contradicted ones, which actually was happening between Erdogan and Putin several years ago. This all very matter, this method. Between Erdogan and Putin, even they go much more than today between Russia and Azerbaijan. But each time when this was happening, even sanctions, blockbuster sanctions, one and the other, I say this lie. Go and watch. Data. Go and watch. I say this lie. This playbook. Exactly, even 1 year approx. This was continued. After that, they decided, Putin decided, boss Putin, Erdogan come to me. Erdogan visit to Kremlin, and they decided end this game, even act together in Syria case, take control on Syria. That's true. And you know that. by war. I'm talking about the method, people. It's very serious things, and giving you fact check, confirm verified fact check. No, maybe yes, for discussing maybe was probability, not fact check. Agreement by what is Putin very actively using such method as war, but agreement. Okay, this method based on what, you know? Hey Erdogan, you won't take more territory on Syria as buffer zone for Turkey, including road to Aleppo. There, Russia was controlling this road. But there are other countries, because Chinghiz is mostly pressuring, planning intervene. Syria, we can together prevent the intervention into Syria, serious foreign intervention. For that, you are attacking me, you will kill my soldiers, I will kill your soldiers. Because you anyway won't do that, and there will be war, and your soldiers will die. Okay? Join and do that as part of our agreement. Or this nature of Putin. True. And this method, not Putin discovered, the Rothschild and co. They're using them. They're using Azerbaijan. Putin give Karabakh back to Azerbaijan. Russia give Karabakh to Armenia in time, undeniable fact check. But in these 44 days war, this agreement, Putin, after revolution in Armenia, and they decided to distance themselves from chauvinist Russia and do integration into Europe. And Putin, for that reason, and Yohann fully belong to Putin, fully belong. For example, fact check. When Heydar Aliyev died, Yohann Aliyev's father, he died suddenly. By constitution, when president not able to do his job, he signed some docs giving his power to Prime Minister. Okay? If even not, suddenly will die, again by constitution to Prime Minister. Daytime Prime Minister was architect. Not only, no architect was Heydar Aliyev and Soviet Union military intelligence, but part of this, January 20, 1990, for stop reforming Soviet Union and replace Gorbachev. For that reason was January 20. What this chiffrogram code was sending from Azerbaijan to Moscow, from Baku to Moscow, for invitation of military troops. This was required daytime, Gorbachev time. Artur Rasizadeh, which was immediately appointed after 1993 coup, which put Heydar Aliyev in power, appointed by Heydar Aliyev as Prime Minister. And he was a long time Prime Minister, and even later too. 20 years or approx. For that, for his very good, very important job to Putin later. But before Putin, chauvinists of Russia, they have no big difference. Who try seriously to cure in August 1991. Soviet Union last attempt by chauvinists for stop reform. They arrested Gorbachev, and they declared emergency across Soviet Union, and our military was on alert. They were preparing mass repression. They failed because me, together with nations, including Russian people, and there was Yeltsin, which they appear as top leader of Russian Federation, because again Yeltsin, Russian people, okay, these all dogs, data, go and watch. Yeltsin prevent. Russian people and militaries too backed Yeltsin, not those who was against these reforms. And Yeltsin flew to Faros, released Gorbachev from arrest. They arrived together both to Moscow, and after a few months, Soviet Union was ended. August and December 1991, finally Soviet Union was collapsed. Why I'm talking this detail? Because Putin was behind this trick. Without Putin, Ilham Aliyev not will head of Azerbaijan when Heydar Aliyev died in 2003. Actually, even earlier he died. Died in 2002, I think, plus minus. Putin knew that Putin organized what his body, Heydar body, Russian airplane. All organized Putin to Turkey, from Turkey to America. All was on their time. American president also very matter was who? George W. Bush, who praised Putin against me conspiracy, fact check, and other day action. And Putin, under Putin control and patronage, there was Fash doc, as Heydar Aliyev signed it. This should go to his son, authority from him. Plus means same, this, to Prime Minister means. For do that, Prime Minister, not to son, to Prime Minister. He signed it. Fash. But Prime Minister was Artur Rasizadeh. Because Putin, Artur Rasizadeh resigned. He resigned. And was appointed to his position as Prime Minister Ilham Aliyev, Heydar Aliyev's son. When he was appointed Prime Minister, after he come as acting president, there was election. Election, of course, there 104 or 108% was voted for Ilham Aliyev. Serious, there are such figures also. Was. People was. This all fact check. In some, after that, this was technical. But not voted for Ilham Aliyev. After when he was elected president, he appointed Artur Rasizadeh back to his position as prime minister. All that happening because Putin, fully control and decision. who İlham Aliyev. İlham Aliyev Putin oligarch. No more. And there no way there can be other thing. In my case, also they together also fact check importance of that. Their state conspired against me. What about Russia and Azerbaijan? Importance of that. Key, boss, Putin. And Trump, who, Netanyahu, and British monarchy family, who Well, in these truths, they, about Erdogan, Putin, they decided end of the sanction. They already, as before, the action against other wars, angry. This always end as nothing happened. This Erdogan, Putin, and same method using now, Putin, İlham Aliyev. Why? For distract from truths of Yalta 2.0. Yeah. If Putin, Iran ally, Putin never will allow Azerbaijan, Russian territory, Azerbaijan, allow their land for use against Iran in military action. Never, because Putin ally of Iran on papers. Putin sending airplane cargoes, military, to Iran, but this is seriously not serious. Seriously not serious. And that's true. But for sure doing. And but this picture, today's, they go big war, they Yalta 2.0, and they prepare very seriously for that. United States will appear here in Azerbaijan officially can, because Putin, again, the agreement. Trump, who, Putin structure person, and they are Yalta 2.0 and their allies. Putin temporarily can allow as part of the agreement. But never Putin will allow here can be United States troops or such things as some unit for control Armenian territory, former Azerbaijan in history was Azerbaijan territory. But their corridor to Nakhchivan region of Azerbaijan, they are not direct land link between mainland Azerbaijan to Nakhchivan. Through Armenia, Soviet Union time was under Soviet Union, yes, there was train way, railroad. Yeah, I also was visited Nakhchivan. This. Well, they plan restore plus minus same thing, but now one of version under United States control. Why? Why? Putin allowed that. I already said. United States starting appear in this region, and of course they will create the drone unit attack Iran in Azerbaijan and the Kaaba for that reason. And also Iran near can other things do too. But territory, this Russian territory. This agreement. If such version will they realize do, this will means only this, no other. Okay? This confirmed existence of Yalta 2.0. They are very agreement for launch big war. Without Putin, people, no way big war not will happen. Importance of Putin to Rothschild and Co., to United States of America, to Britain and other countries, to Israel. Fact is, truth is. And Trump Putin structure person, put it back in White House because big war. Undeniable. I can read. Who can do that? Not because white man. Interesting thing here. There are list of all fact check people, therefore importance. If there are no fact check, I'm not sure even mention this.
President Trump said.
I'm sorry. Oh, this one I think. Yeah. Very good list. But all this true, based on fact check. Bishop Talbot. Okay. Only the white man, I said this not because white man, because Rothschild and Co., Bishop Talbot. Because only Rothschild and Co. can do this. What? America, white man in America, this already quote, only white man in America can be videotaped with underage girls while hanging with a child sex trafficker, cheat on his wife with a porn actresses and pay her to keep quiet, publicly fantasize about having sex with his own daughter, openly boast about sexually assaulting random women. Did not fantasize about own daughter. I reveal that they faith, their lifestyle, people. It's very serious. Before your eyes, you see them. What I saying based on fact check. And I repeatedly said that. No, not fantasize. He revealed truths about own daughter, sex with own daughter. I can, again, in this matter, can speak again. They fade to Saturn. You sing them. The banker, the Ilham Aliyv generals, totally 470 of them. Sodom Himorro Petrus, 30 Cyclops, means Sodom Himorro lifestyle. All that what you're witnessing during the decade of years. Well, Sodom Himorro they did to own service. Sodom Himorro Encyclopedia. Go watch, read, open any page, put your finger on any line, no reading. After that, read what they did exactly by doing to own service. Try implement into me until rather. This truth before your eyes. And they in Banke continue to do their job. Sodom Himorro lifestyle. To own service. To own service, Petrus. To own mother, sister, daughter, baby, zoophilia. What I said happening, all recorded, data. Go and watch, all public. 18 plus by public. Zoophilia and other things. By day, chief Sheikhul Islam, chief religion leader of Azerbaijan, I can say, but actually by chief of mosque and Azanchi, who welcomed to namaz, means in Muslim word for pray. They attacked Allah, means God, and Quran, the holy book, by chief of mosque. This is all very serious matter. Fact check. Attacked me here. They tried, this attack, this one was, I did that. I assault Allah and Quran. I immediately pop or recorded this day. And in time when Azan Shibur, and they are, online. Hafizan Akhund, chief of mosque. Such can happen. This is banker, but was involved, chief of mosque and Azanchi. What about Sheikhul Islam? In Mecca, Hajj. He was, by his action, assault Allah and Quran, but cheated. Sheikhul Islam cheated in Kaaba. Ilham Aliyv, Sheikhul Islam. And continue what they are doing to own service. Who have faith to God, Allah, God, never will do that to own service. Against others maybe can. Will sing a bad one will do. This is also wrong, of course. But to own service, there is no way. This fact check, they faith to Saturn. They hundreds. Totally, they 5 years contract, 5 years. Total during the 21 years, count 2,500. 2,350 Sodom Himorro pet talks, as Ilham Aliyv. 150 Cyclops, literally Cyclops. Cyclops are called who have zoophilia with animals, literally. I call them Cyclops, but Petrus did This fact check and data. Try as me doing. Yeah. Sodom Gomorrah foliant. By doing to own selves, try to replace me by themselves, and did that with dog. Literally did that. I emit bit again. My radar from Universe Unity. All that, Ilham Aliyev. Ilham Aliyev banker. Boss, Putin. Israel, Netanyahu, Mossad, helping Ilham Aliyev by high-tech devices and programs, by Putin green light. Behind Ilham Aliyev family, British monarchy family, all intentionally. 1993 coup, when they put Hyder Ali back to power. This was their BP money and MI6, together with Yeltsin Russia intelligence, military intelligence. 1993 coup was happening this way. From that time, and this because me, why they put Hyder Ali back? Because my existence should remain top secret, top best secret. For that reason they did coup. And remain from daytime, more than 30 years, huh? British monarch family remain behind now Ilham Aliyev authority. And in my case, they did coup for that reason. Me. And they are oil, gas masks for cover. No, additional money is good, but for cover. This truth, they fear to Satan. And the lifestyle to mother, sister, daughter, baby, zoophilia, they faith, allow all that as normal. That truth. Trump faith to Satan. Trump part of that. But Ilham Aliyev faith, Putin, Netanyahu, Gov, British monarchy family, and they, among them even Gov. Among them you also can find who have faith to Satan. About prime ministers I was talking. I no doubt about Boris Johnson. I no doubt. I say. And in Trump White House, and there are many have faith to Satan. This is because system, Rothschild and Co. ruled the world. In EU leadership, you will find they faith to Satan. Not only they belong to Rothschild and Rothschild using money and their sex as blackmail, already they did, and blackmailing them. Not only that, nearly 1 century, how this working. Why this? All secretly. Rothschild and Co. acting as secret org, but widening, increasing faith to Satan. Same lifestyle. These true truths. Trump not was fantasize about sex with his own daughter. This itself very immoral, of course. But truth. I say, their lifestyle faith, same. I continue it. Again, I'm reading that because all this based on fact check, okay, openly boast about sexually assaulting random women, be convicted of 34 felonies. No? Yes. Have 91 criminal charges, 26 sexual assault allegations, 5 bankruptcies, and 2 impeachments. Be sued by the Department of Justice for racial discrimination, have a $25 million fraud settlement, a $400 million fraud judgment, $96 million sexual assault judgments. And be considered a good Christian. This blockbuster is about real power of Rothschild and Co. And be considered a good Christian by white evangelicals and elected President of the United States. Good. Good. Fantasy. Science fiction. Science fiction. Maybe yes, maybe no. Huh? Somebody listen, but not reality. Rothschild power this. He put Trump in White House. He avoided investigation, open funding investigation on Trump for nearly 2 years when Mary Garland was there, Attorney General. And after that, Supreme Court, delay, and he come to election, was nominee from Republican. After that, our laws, after that they recall about Constitution. We have Constitution, we can't. He should run after that. The election time already know. ETC, all this, they roadmap to put Trump in White House. And they did that. So, Trump, Putin, structure person, United States intelligence know that. Think about that. In Biden time also knew that. Did nothing. Why? Why they doing nothing for stop genocide? For crackdown international law norm. Even they not doing nothing, even doing participating in that, in genocide or crackdown international law norm. Rothschild and Co. I say. Rothschild power. And here, very fact check about what this actually Rothschild decision, but pretty big war should be their picture for launch big war. For that, there should be ethnic cleansing by genocide of Gaza, of Palestine. Of course, yes. Attack Iran by full scale and etc. They're planning ethnic cleansing. They're acting spiraling forum. Two step forward, one step back. Two step forward, one step back. Steeplechase. They go big war. They view by genocide, ethnic cleansing, Gaza from Palestinian people. They will launch big war when this will happen. Will too late to any country, including China, which can think they're enough powerful for prevent any big war, protect own country and ally. Is no. You armless people. Before such viruses, same time, dozens. You armless, no matter which country. Rothschild have vaccine because biological weapons when created, there should be antidote, and they have. And Rothschild control America, and Russia. I can repeat. There's no problem. Repeat. This truth. Problem is you very slowly acting. They're rushing, but you very slowly acting. This means World War will occur and 5 billion of you will be exterminated with nations, countries. In the New World map, 40, 50 countries. One of the biggest is Israel. The 40, 50 countries mostly will have new name. They New World, these people. I first will read, after that we continue. Axios, Mossad chief, asks United States to help relocate Gaza Palestinians to third countries. This fresh, this new. This new. Wars, of course, is not new. This is not new, but this new. Okay, spiral. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The head of Israel's Mossad traveled to Washington this week to seek United States assistance in persuading other countries to accept hundreds of thousands of Palestinians from Gaza. Two sources familiar with the matter told Axios. During a meeting with United States envoy Steve Witkoff, Mossad chief David Barnea said Israel had been in discussions specifically with Ethiopia. Remember these countries: Ethiopia, Indonesia, and Libya. According to these sources, Barnea claimed these countries had shown a willingness to receive significant numbers of Palestinians from Gaza. Which countries? Hag group people, Hag group. had group countries. Ethiopia, Indonesia, Libya. Absurd. No. How Rothschilds can work in. If like this country should review that. Barnea proposed that the United States offer incentives to these nations and assist Israel in persuading them. Witkoff did not commit to anything, blah, blah, blah, blah. This blah, blah about Witkoff. Okay? Her group say, hey, ethnic cleans, we will take part. Same time they go to Bogota, Colombia, sign it measures, sanctions Israel, very half measures was. Embargo of weapon to Israel and such other things which not will need much more. Even there are only 12 countries did that. This is good, but it's not enough. There sanctions, embargo, boycott fully, trade embargo, 2. Suspension Israel from United Nations and create force for protect yourself and bring siege, stop the genocide, for humanitarian aid, not for military action there, under United Nations flag. Together we can and we will succeed, together with sanctions, embargo, boycott, and suspension Israel from United Nations, and creating force and acting, breaking the siege of Gaza. We will stop Israel impunity, and we will prevent the big war. Truth. United States did copy of Iran Shahed 186, or 280, number, latest version of Shahed drones. Joke, no. United States did that. Very cheap, very good, kamikaze, suicide drone. Why they did that? For know how this drone actually working, and also for planning use against Iran, and also supply to countries who have not money to the Raptor, how this call it, they drones. But, people, what I say you, I already said, for launch full-scale military operation against Iran, United States need in something. Which one? I said, 9/11. How this can happen? Iran not will do that. Obviously, not will do. Organize another terror act. But maybe they think this not so. Very light. Should be in dark. But creating ballistic rockets of Iran What about that? Not exactly creating Iranian ballistic rocket. No, cover, dress. Should be, they are United States, they have that. Dress. What inside they not have. And no, maybe no need even. But dress can, they have exactly this fact check. They into direct this one, Iranian ballistic rocket dress on American ballistic rocket, launch again Mar-a-Lago. oh, Trump will be very, very angry, very, very angry. Joke, not people, no. True. For launch, full military intervention, operation into Iran. They needed in this attack from Iran against United States soil, not base. Not base. It's not enough. United States soil. How Iran can do that? 9/11 did not will repeat, obviously. Literally 9/11. Other maybe version, there can be terror attack, maybe. But I think when they can do copy of Iran Shahed, means suicide kamikaze drone, they can easily own ballistic rocket directed by Iranian ballistic rocket and launch from place where they are Iranian also operating. Iranian near Hormuz, how do you call it? Persian Gulf. And they, from there, from any other side, when they will choose. And say, this Iran did. Our satellite, show how this book from this airplane which struck this building twins, they from window drop it and come without any damages, come to on hand of chief investigator of 9/11. We have satellite image. They will say that plus minus. 9/11. They said that. They used that. About the intelligence, they can use satellite material too. Same names, people. 9/11, Rothschild and co. Job. Inside job. Well, such attack, this or variation of that, they can do. For launch, full-scale military operation against Iran. Ground operation too. I said, okay? And all of you hear it. Iran should protect, allies should truly stand with Iran. Entire world should stand with Iran. This is about prevent the big war. Well, how? Good words, and hey, world, join back Iran, all as one team, blah, blah, blah. No working. Even I call him no working. Yes. Was time when I call it nations. But today, reality, the decision, they finally mass drop it from their face. They fully decide to go big war for create a new world. And full power means full power. They divide the nations without only simply call. even by my simple call. There's no working. There should be fact check. I'm therefore revealing fact check and show you what you're seeing online. Because they distract your mind, they scam, they take noise. But I revealing you. And you know me, I exist as people from universe unity. Therefore they controlled me for that reason. Keeping my existence from universe unity as top secret. Conspired against me for continuing to keep me under control. More than $350 billion they're spending for that. Why? Because I exist from universe unity. And they knew that. They know that. And I'm revealing you these truths by fact check. And you're witnessing who are they. This also very matter. They will exterminate 5 billion of you. They will launch big war. And they will use against you same time dozen viruses. Truths. You're seeing them. What about Rothschild? What about Putin? Massacre against children. Putin did that. In 21st century. 2004, huh? 4 or 5, 4. Beslan, school. Putin did that. Putin blew up in Moscow residential buildings 2 times. They are Russian nationality, children, women, sleeping time. You doubt, not real. COVID-19, Putin job, together with Rothschild and Co. And Putin genocidal action against Ukraine. What about Netanyahu, Israel, authority of human animals? Also before your eyes, fact check. More than 20,000 children, they killed intentionally, all of them. They even by sniper, even 2 times shot in the head. Children have. They have dogs. What about Trump? I already said. About United States, George W. Bush, was aware about 9/11. George W. Bush was aware about 9/11, this inside job. Who will investigate? Rothschild and Co. will investigate. We, finally, will reveal these truths. What about Britain, Germany, EU leadership? Oh, fresh. Several hours ago. It's about yesterday. But tweet several hours ago. Couple hours ago. Israel murdered 116 Palestinians in Gaza today. In single day. Among them children. What means genocide? Joel and the Babylon Bee want you to believe that these children aid and support Hamas. Do not let them dehumanize our brothers and sisters. Catholic Church destroyed only in Gaza. Intentional by tank shell. Okay? Not some drunken soldier, by tank shell. And this Catholic Church had Pazzabella there with children, Palestinians. Christian Palestinians. They aiding, supporting Hamas. Okay? They said. And here too it was important. Well, this man, Blinken, Patriarch Pizzaballa, sorry, I not correct said his name, Pizzaballa. Pizzaballa states, IDF attack on the Holy Family Catholic Church was targeted, means intentionally. Here is his photo. But this is important. Look, sorry. Quote, the Middle East Eye tweeting, quote, they want to stay in Gaza because this is their home. End of quote. Again, they want to stay in Gaza because this is their home. During a visit by two senior Christian leaders from Jerusalem, Archbishop Alexius stated that Palestinians do not want to leave their homeland, despite Israel's devastating war on Gaza. There is no actual war. It's genocide by ethnic cleansing. It's Alexius, Archbishop Alexius. Very important. Of course, Palestinians should remain there. They should protect their base, their land. Obviously, this forum fight for their land. No leave Gaza, of course. They want that. They already exterminated more than 50,000 of you. Other figures already more than 100 who on the rubble too. And they aimed that. Therefore, they banned humanitarian aid to you, replaced it on the United Nations flag humanitarian aid organizations by Netanyahu, Trump, GHF, Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And they already nearly 1,000 killings on this, at this humanitarian aid places. Think about that. Nearly 1,000 already. Netanyahu, Trump killed those who they invited come to take humanitarian aid. People, genocide is genocide. My friend Leon 14, no avoid using these truths. They are genocide. I say. This should be what our position this one, but together. China Supreme Court Chief Justice urges the International Criminal Court to prosecute Netanyahu with the maximum penalties under international law. Of course, this, and they will, not only Netanyahu, entire her cabinet, Trump and circle, Starmer and circle, including Starmer and circle under Queen Charles, Princesses Andrew Williams, they're committed, they're complicit. I know that. Of course, by fact check. We will reveal this fact check. European Union leadership, Ursula von der Leyen and others, Kallas Mallas, Murbeck of Merz and Scholz, all of them will be prosecuted and charged by International Criminal Court. And more. About Trump, I already said. About Ilham Aliyev, I said previously. Part of that, no doubt. And Ilham Aliyev crimes, this also matter very Tartar massacre too. And about Putin already under arrest warrant. And circle, not only Putin. Important fact. Human animals, authority of human animals. Try Googling, quote, Jewish organ harvesting, and hit the news tab. Try. And yeah, you will hit the news tab. Oh. Western country particular view. Planchette, 1 meter headline on newspapers. Jewish organ harvesting. It's an epidemic. No hyperbole intended. Google it. A brief history of Israel theft and trafficking of Palestinian organs. Sorry. Yeah, shortly, I will read. There are over 3 decades of evidence that Israeli doctors harvest Palestinian organs in direct violation of international law. These stolen body parts were not just used for transplantation and research, but for sale and profit. Human animals. Another fact check. Israeli propaganda is sharing more every day. And here about this woman from Netflix, Rachel, Mrs. Rachel. Ms. Rachel was 7th most watched show on Netflix in first half of 2025. And she was attacked by Rothschild and Co. media, and not only media, for calling, stop killing children. Yeah? She called for that, stop killing children. She was attacked for that. Evil. Satan, obviously. They are doctors without food, people. You know, this flesh. Doctors who humanitarian aid work there inland. Doctors, others cases. They're working there. World Center kitchen, World Center kitchen, yeah. Such work was supplying to them food for eat daily. This is banned by Trump and Netanyahu entering Gaza. And they already also without food. If they will decide to go take from GHF, maybe they also will kill it. They are no guarantee. I'll show you massive form how they are operating. They're not alone even. They are not, they only buy gun. And kill and starve children. Look. Well, for that, this Mrs. Rachel was attacked. In case you thought it was over, they are still attacking Mrs. Rachel for saying it's wrong to kill and starve children. Anti-Semitism, they shalom. And this girl, without both hands, yeah, without both legs have how they are, they're doctors. And they even, these girls or other children without hands and legs. Over 80%, United Nations OCHA, over 80% of people with disabilities in Gaza have lost essential assistive devices, wheelchairs, walkers, hearing aids. Without them, thousands are stripping of basic mobility and access to services, leaving them at greater risk. Of course, this. Sorry. There was news about how many each day this happened. You know, here matter this each day they targeted children and they or such forum too. They attack it, but their children they knew and
President Trump said
even water distribution. They attack it, water side, drinking water side. They are attacking the drinking water side, killing their people. I can't read. On Sunday, Israel bombed a water distribution point in the central Gaza Strip as dozens of civilians, mostly women and children, waited in line for water. 12 people were killed, 8 of them children. It was not the first time. Genocide is genocide. I'm sorry I will not find that. But about this video, at least, it's finally. They don't deliberately attacking residential area. Nicola Perugini. A school hosting displaced Palestinians. The girl running. The obliteration of all shelters in Gaza. Osama Abu. The Mahmoud Abu Hello School was targeted in Al-Bureij camp in the central Gaza Strip. Now look at this running girl too. This girl. And children, they are attacking near their civilians, Palestinians, children, women. Yeah, anyway. Genocide is genocide. Israel has refused to renew visas for the heads of 3 United Nations agencies working on Gaza: OCHA, OHCHR, and UNRWA, as hunger and lack of aid worsen for Palestinians, a United Nations spokesperson said. They already banned the United Nations or enter Gaza by blocking their visas. Israel wants every country around it to be destroyed in chaos of subservient or all of the above. Clash report. Druze leader Walid Jumblat. Israel is using some Druze figures to stir unrest in Syria under the guise of protecting Druze community. The Druze leader Walid Jumblat. Okay. Syria attacked. Netanyahu care about Jewish. They knew about October 7, months before. And he very care about Jewish. Giving open gate, welcome Hamas. We can say that by fact check, even nearly. Taken from border, their troops, military unit. This is Netanyahu. And also, we know history, how they, without any problem, killing own people for try to use that. Same about Druze. Part destroy Syria, take part of Syria about big. You remember, in the New World map, in the New World, as outcome the big war. 40, 50 countries, no more, and one of the biggest country, Israel, for that. Already today, all play big war. Ethnic cleansing of Palestine, taken entire Palestine, taken first part of Syria, and more. In big war time, absolutely. And I can see even entire region, when they are not few people, 5 billion will exterminate. That truth, I repeated talking about that. And they will use such things, okay? And they, same time, try to cover up their crimes, including on their murder human animals lifestyle. And here, one of this tweet. Onion. Your reminder that Kathy Johnson sued Trump for allegedly raping her when she was 13 at Jeffrey Epstein New York home, but was forced to drop the case after receiving multiple death threats. This is she, 13 years old. And this murdar, human animal, pet too. Man, woman, the true they faith, required. Man, woman. And of course, marinated goose, as you all of you witness, and you will witnessing that even more correctly, more directly. There in CNN report, Barnett, she revealing there was Trump hotel chief in Atlantic City. And there Trump and Epstein arrived at this casino which was into this hotel, Trump hotel, and part of this hotel. And when arrived with 3 girls, and when arrived was 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. And by state law, they are underage, can't come to casino in under 18 years. Particular so late time, particular. After 21 hours, was plus. This talking about that Trump, chief of hotel. He come to office, witnessing the employees waiting him. What matter? What happening? They saying they are underage girls. They can't allow them, but Trump boss. And there are such situation, if this will reveal this crime, the COO revealed that. These episodes, how Trump was #1 John Doe of Epstein list. Truly, exactly, #1 means mostly visit. And there are girls, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're murders. Man, woman, and lifestyle, faith. There are no flame. Okay? I'm talking and thinking about the murders. How they murders literally. But this scene, I'm thinking about that. Therefore, this video was not focused on me. Camera was this one, okay? Because I was then talking, thinking about that. Sorry for that, but it's true. If they was ordinary people, this is also very bad. Such faith and such lifestyle. But they authority people. Problem that they were rulers. And they decided to go big war. Earth people, please wake up finally. World really, this country's real world community leaders means this country leaders, more than 170 countries. You, no matter Which country? Come together. Emerging session there should be 17th session of United Nations General Assembly for implementation of United for Peace resolution, mandatory forum by all signed, vetoed signed countries. More than 170. Act as one team, implement as one team mandatory forum, and no doubt we will stop them, we will prevent the big war, and we finally stop Israel impunity. And we will finally end Jewish Zionist rule of the world by replacing their system by our system for transparent, secure, and justice. For that I exist. My mission exists for that. And I exist, people. My existence from universe unity. Universe unity from God. I exist. Take this fact check. It's not project, no propaganda. No. They try to use me as project. They try to control me for use. They fail because of me. My power from universe unity. They failed. Control me for use. But they controlled me for terror, touch it, and finally stop my mission. And distract you, your mind, from me. Finally, those people and world countries' leaders, uniting for peace without delay. Believe me, we not have other option. Only one option we have. This one. Uniting for peace of General Assembly. Use that without delay and implement as one team without delay. We will prevent the big war, I say. Today, these Earth people, I am Chinghiz together with you, I say.